also need to be able to deal with both positive and negative feedback. So both of these can be helpful, but the way you deal with it is different, and so it needs to be you need to understand how to do that. The first important point to make is that feedback always needs to be constructive. Okay, it should be targeted at the work and not at the person. So that way you say that was great, as in that job they did was great, instead of you're fantastic. The person is not fantastic. The work they did was fantastic. In that way, it enables people to build on what they do. If you're saying you're fantastic, then you're saying the person's good. If I flip it around and say the person's rubbish, then how can that person improve? The person is rubbish. So how do you become a better person? It's a lot easier to say that task was rubbish, and then you can look at why that task was rubbish and work on that for next time so you deliver a better product. Um, the other important thing is to say what was actually good or bad. Saying this is awesome is a great thing to say, but it isn't really helpful because I don't know exactly why this thing was awesome. Okay, saying something like, oh, the banner was good, the colors match our organization very well, the name of the business is clear and prominent, then I know exactly what you value when you look at my banner. I know exactly what was good. And so the next time I make a banner, maybe for the same client, maybe for someone else, then I know exactly what I need to do to make my banner look good. Okay, positive feedback is easy because everyone likes hearing good things. It's important, however, to consider what people don't say. If they don't comment on a certain thing, is that thing not as good as everything else? Maybe the person doesn't like giving negative feedback, so they just choose to give no feedback when there's something they don't like. Okay, so you need to take some time to understand exactly what was good about whatever you did and try to do more of that good thing. Negative feedback is different though, because you firstly need to understand that it is an opportunity to improve. Okay, life as a whole is a learning experience, and we are human and we make mistakes. It is not the end of the world that you get negative feedback. Okay, so taken in that light, every single time you get feedback, it is an opportunity to make your work and your life better. So understand that, understand exactly what it is that did not go so well and why. When you next have an opportunity, you do your best to improve. Understand also that we often learn more and improve more from negative feedback than positive feedback. So even though negative feedback is harder to take, negative feedback is oftentimes more useful. And so I much prefer to hear negative feedback because then I can become a better worker because of it, even though at the time, it's not so nice to hear.